Okay, for the middle years, we've been looking at playing tennis or T-ball. Very hard to show you some T-ball skills. So we're going to show you some tennis skills. Now, for those that aren't able to have a tennis racket at home, you can use a stick. If you want, you can use a piece of wood, anything you like. The main thing is getting used to the forehand and backhand. Now let's just remind ourselves, if you do have a tennis racket or you have a cricket bat or something like that, you can use that as well. There's two things we've been learning about. The forehand, which is an open stance, and the backhand, which is a closed stance. The forehand, we have our wrist out at the opposition. The backhand, we have our wrist closed to the opposition. So if I'm using forehand, I'm hitting on my right side because I'm right-handed. If I'm doing backhand, I'm hitting on my left side because I'm backhand. And all the time I'm moving my feet. So forehand, open legs, backhand, closed legs, pointing to where I'm hitting. Now we haven't done any work on hitting the ball back and forth to each other, or not much anyway. So we've been practicing just using our racket, using the strings in our racket, because remember they're key. They're already tight, you don't need to use much power. They do the work for us. So if you have a tennis racket, put a tennis ball on top, and we're practicing on our forehand, hitting that ball up and down. When you've hit that ball up and down and you're getting success that way, flip over and do your backhand. Remember, you need to concentrate. Look at the ball, don't look over at your mum or the TV. Put yourself in a space where you're safe. You can watch, and when you get really good at that, you can go, nearly lost it, forehand, oh, I did lose it. It's okay, put it back on. Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Because what we're doing in the game of tennis, sorry about that, what we're doing in the game of tennis, forehand, forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand, and all the time we're moving our feet when we play. Now, if you're lucky enough and you've got a wall, don't tell Mr. Barrett this, and you've got a wall you can hit against, you need a tennis ball that's going to bounce. You can hit up against the wall, moving your feet. But a little tip, if mum and dad don't say yes to that, don't do it. And if you do it, don't say Mr. Simpson told you. So there's three things you can practice at home. Forehand, backhand. In front of the mirror, you can practice doing forehand and backhand shots. Remember, when you do a forehand, your racket is facing up. So the ball comes up, backhand, your racket's facing up. So the ball comes up. You can practice off a wall. Each time moving your feet. Alright. Now if you don't have a tennis racket, but you have a stick of some description, or a cricket bat, you can do the same. Practice hitting that ball on the end of the stick or whatever you have. Concentrate. See how many times you can do that. Because at the end of the day, as we say in every PE lesson, it's about concentration, more so than skills.